Hey everyone, welcome to the first chapter of Analytics Programming course. It is introduction. So what you're going to learn in this course. So we'll speak about that first. We live in a world, it's data-driven world, right? So everywhere around us, numerous data collection processes going on, as we know. The smartphone collects the location details for many reasons, including map and other reasons. And the wearable sensors like the smartwatch, all those stuff collects the health tracking records like heart rate, uh, different kind of stuff depends on the what wearable sensing you're using. And the smart home collects the living habits or like how much the temperature should be, the room temperature should be, all those things will be collected for smart learning. And the smart card collect the driving habits, okay, where you're starting, even your wearable sensing can collect those data, like where did you do the walking in a particular time, how long you walked, all those things. And the smart marketing data, if you open a website or if you're exploring about something in the Google, then in your social media you will find the advertisement. You will automatically see the advertisement of the same information, all those stuff that you might have noticed so far, right? So everywhere, like around us, data collection is going on. No, whether you know it or without knowing, lot of things, lot of data collection is going on. So the internet is full of data, right? It's all about data. So what we are getting, actually, whether it is good or bad, that's the different debate. But the thing is like, what we are getting, what the companies are doing with all those data, because there are countless answers, countless questions, or the countless answers can be derived from that questions. Okay, so that these data will help you to find an answers to all these questions, countless questions for countless problems. Okay, so in this course, you will learn how to use this data to get the information, using the data, how to convert the data into information. Okay, that's what you're going to do in this course. So how to collect the data, store it, how to manipulate it, pre-process it, clean it, and then analyze it, so that how to get the important features out of it, and then how to analyze those features, how to put it in a way that we can visualize the information, how to put the data together in a way that the visualization of the data can give us some information. Okay, so those kind of stuff you're going to learn in this course, and you're going to learn all these things through Python. Okay, Python is the mediator. Python, through Python, using the libraries, we are going to do all those stuff. Okay, so why in the first step, why there is need for data analytics and data science? Okay, so the terms data, information, and knowledge, these three terms are tied together, related to one another in many ways. What is data? Data is some kind of information which needs to be processed, okay, to get a meaningful information. Okay, so kind data is nothing but that information in some kind of format. And what is knowledge? How knowledge is related to that? How to use this information, how to use this data to derive that information. Okay, that is knowledge. Okay, so these three terms are tied together. And there is another thing right now with all the, like, what is big data? With all the data collection going on, it's not like a normal data. Everything is huge because huge amount of data is collected. High volume, high variant, high velocity of the data are collected around us, right? So that is called big data. Now, whatever we are going to handle, most of the times it will be like a big data because of the huge size of data that needs to be processed. Now the term big data has been used. Okay, So what we are doing in data analytics, this program is analytics program, right? So we can say data analytics. How data analytics helps for this to derive the information. It helps to detect and analyze the pattern in the data. So that is the main thing that we are going to. The unseen pattern, which cannot be seen by looking at the data in shallow level. We have to deep into that to see the unseen patterns in the data using the data analytics. So we're going to use the data analytics, all these libraries as a tool to perform this digging, like unseen, finding the unseen patterns to get meaningful information. Okay, so from this pattern, how we can derive a meaningful information, how we can use that information to apply in different problems. Okay, that is the end stage. So the data analytics, it is a huge, it's like it's a huge it's a big lot in different areas, like if you take the economics, they do the data analytics as a business analytics. They mention it as business analytics. So if you take it apart, there are multiple different fields that perform data analytics according to their area. Okay, so it is helpful in different way. It is helpful to improve the revenue of the company, reduce the cost, and increase the business opportunities by performing categorizing the need, where is the need and how to serve the need. So it helps to increase the business opportunities based on the need by analyzing the need of a particular thing. Okay, and then foster the competitive pricing. You might have seen that if you're looking for that, if you're like, there will be different kind of pricing based on the need. If you look at it in certain time, the pricing will be low. In at certain other time in online shopping, it will be higher. Okay, so that is called competitive pricing, based on the need, based on the requirement. If it is highly required, then the pricing will be increased, because no matter how we will get it, right? So that is called competitive pricing. So how to increase the revenue through this competitive pricing and improve the customer experience, customer satisfaction, all those things can be done by using the data analytics. Okay, so it's the big area. So it's applied in different fields. As I told you, business analytics is the one growing area. So if you take the like MBA, like different universities offer a different separate major for business analytics, where they combine the business and then data analytics together, and it is called business analytics. Okay, so so it's all about data, right? So let's discuss about what are the different types of data that. So in general, you can say structured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. These are the three categories. So in structured data, it's like if you know the SQL, it's a relational database model. You know that it is in the tabular format. It has a proper rows and column. It is organized very well. That kind of data is structured data. So any like list of names, address, any kind of information that you can relate in relational database model, that is in the tabular format, are known as structural data. Whether it is single table, single column, or single row, whatever it is, if you can put it together in a table format, then it is called structured data. Semi-structured data is like, it's not a tabular representation, but metadata. So in meta means classification, the categorizing options are available. You can put it together in a group, that is called meta, right? So if there is some markers available to group the things together, then it is called semi-structured data. For example, the URLs, emails, and zip files, web pages, all of them, they may not have a particular structure, but you can group them together. Okay, this kind of data is called semi-structured data. And the third category is unstructured data. Unstructured data is like you cannot put it in either in a tabular format in any way directly. You have to derive. You can derive it into the structured format, but in a raw format, it is not a structured. You cannot, in no way that you can put it as a tabular information or meta information. Okay, so those kind of data is called unstructured data. A lot of variable sensing information that come under the structured data. But the social media, for example, the the search information in the social media, those kind of information you can categorize into unstructured data. Okay, so for example, let's say that the text analysis, it doesn't have any kind of structure in it, right? So those kind of information is called unstructured data. So in analytics programming, in data analytics, actually, we mainly deal with the structured data, okay, more tabular format, spreadsheet-like data. We can say that the relational, as I told you before, all relational database kind of data can be processed easily using the data analytics. So it could be matrices, it can be multidimensional array, doesn't need to be this just to a tabular format. Even you can deal with the multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, multiple tables, combination of different tables, all those things can be processed by data analytics. Even if you need to deal with the unstructured data, we can convert. There are a lot of ways of that we can easily convert the unstructured data into structured data and do the analysis. For example, if you say that if we have the collection of news articles, that is a form of unstructured data, right? Because it's a collection of articles, so you cannot put it in a tabular format, right? So what kind of thing that you can do with that kind of unstructured data? Even in that, if you look at the words, if you find the frequency of the words, the presence of words, from the frequency of word, you can do the sentiment analysis. For example, like whether the term is neutral or happy or sad or strict. Okay, there are a lot of things. Sentiment analysis can be done based on the frequency of the words available in the article. Okay, so whether it is semi-structured or unstructured, you can convert it in a format that it can be done. It can be you can bring it to some kind of structure and do the data analytics. Okay, so that's what we are going to do in this course. Okay, you're going to learn different kind of libraries and tools available to perform this. To perform data analysis. There are a lot of huge number of libraries. Why we are using Python particularly? You can use, there are two mainly focused languages, R or Python. You can use both are kind of same, but why Python is so popular? Why Python is so popular? Because of the easiness. You can easily learn the Python language, and also the libraries available for. There are a huge number of libraries available. Actually, the data analytics for data cleaning. In terms of data analytics itself, there are huge number of libraries available. And then machine learning, scripting language, and for NLP, natural language processing, data integration, scientific computing, network. You can take any area. There will be collection, huge number of collections of libraries would be available in Python to support any kind of area related to that. Okay, so and also the Python can act like a glue between two. It can be different languages. You can just combine it together. You can just put different part of code and match. Okay, so those kind of like connection, it can act like a glue and provides the compatibility. Okay, because it's all in real world software engineering. Different groups will work together. Okay, there will be maintenance phase. There will be like the previous version of the software needs to be updated. So those kind of things can be easily done in Python. And also Python can be like not only for research, it can even for the production. It is it's good for production, okay, not only for the research, okay. So some languages will be good for research, but when it comes to the production environment, it will not work as well as the research environment. But Python is good for both production and also research, okay. So, but there are certain limitations or there in Python in high level, okay. Not in no, mostly in most of the applications, Python would work like okay, it can be the best language that we can select. But in certain areas like multi-thread applications, like when you need to work with the many CPUs together, for those kind of high-level applications, for managing multiple CPUs together, it is not as good as the other languages like C++. And also that another reason is that Python is an interpreting language. Other languages use compiling style, but Python uses interpreting, which is kind of a little bit slower comparatively to other languages. So these are two limitations, but considering its advantages, the limitations are very, it depends on what you're working on, in which field we are working on. Okay, so there are a lot of libraries or that you're going to learn in this course, like NumPy for processing the data, Pandas for doing a lot of analytics related work, and MATLAB, Plotly, Seaborn for data visualization. Okay, scikit-learn and state models are there for performing statistical related analysis and machine learning, but we'll be mainly focusing on these 3 or 4 libraries. Okay, so NumPy stands for numerical Python, which is used for working with arrays. Okay, in Python, arrays in the sense tag in tabular format, right? So to process the tabular information, okay, the information which is there in the tabular format, NumPy is the best tool. Okay, so it has a lot of built-in functions available to perform linear algebra, and it can perform any kind of mathematical, logical operations, any kind of Fourier transform related operations, or anything. All these high-level mathematical related things can be done in NumPy, using NumPy very easily. Okay, you don't need to write any code. There are tons of functions available that we are going to use to perform different kind of operations. Okay, so we will learn it in through the hands-on practice. We're going to learn. So only this chapter has theoretical. We're just discussing theoretical things. But starting from next chapter, there will be 2 sections. Theoretical and lab. Even in theoretical, we'll discuss a lot of coding. Okay. So in Pandas, you're going to learn data analytics and manipulation. It's a popular data analysis manipulation library. There are tons of tools available in Pandas for data analyzing, cleaning, pre-processing, exploring, and manipulating data. Okay. So for particularly for data cleaning, Pandas is the best tool. Okay, so you can easily manipulate any kind of data into the tabular format by using Pandas. And Pandas also has some basic data visualization library. Plotting also can be done by using Pandas, but for plotting, mostly you'll be using Matplotlib, Plotly, or Seaborn. Matplotlib is the popular, widely used library, but mostly used for 2D kind of plotting. It is popular because of its interactive environment and the customization. Plotly, mostly used for web-based data visualization. Okay, so when it comes to the cloud-based data visualization, Plotly will be the best. And also it has different short display things, different 40 different types of short options are available in Plotly. And then Seaborn, you can integrate the Seaborn along with the NumPy and Pandas. It is useful to create beautiful and statistical related information, not only beautiful, but also informative. Okay, informative charts can be done because you can combine the power of NumPy and Pandas together in the Seaborn. Okay, so we will learn these libraries to perform data visualization. And scikit-learn, it's a general purpose machine learning toolkit. Okay, so for any basic kind of machine learning, it's the go-to library. Okay, so mainly will use scikit-learn for any kind of machine learning operations like classification. You can a lot of libraries or the methods of that SVM, nearest neighbor, random for logistic regression, or normal regression kind of operations, clustering operations. Okay, so if you're familiar with machine learning, then obviously you know all these things. But if not, then we'll discuss it later. But scikit-learn is for machine learning. States model is a library. It is mainly for a statistical analysis. Okay, so when you want to apply the statistics on the data, then state model is the best. It is mostly used for raw statistical analysis. Okay, compare not application related, but main raw statistical analysis. Okay, for that, state model is the best library. Okay, so we are going to learn all this library by just all we are going to do is just import the particular library and import the functions and apply it on the data. That's how we are going to do all kind of data analysis in this course. Okay, so this is just an introduction. Okay, but what you're going to learn in this course, in the next chapter, we are going to discuss the basics of So we are in the next chapter, we are going to discuss about the basics of Python briefly, and then some advanced Python concepts in chapter 3. Then we'll dive into the data analytics part from starting from chapter 4. See you in the next chapter. Thank you.